All right, I think we should be live on
I
all
think
the
we should
different
be live
platforms.
on
I
all
think
the
we should be
different
live.
platforms.
So I've got a crazy echo. That's the bug that TikTok has not fixed for like 3 years straight. So we're back live, just doing an AMA. You guys are welcome to ask me any questions about live streaming, content creation, etc. It's been a while on the multi-stream, but it's good to be back. And we are using Meld today, Meld Studio today. I've been recording in Meld. It seems pretty easy to use. It seems kind of less buggy than OBS. So we're giving it a go, and we'll see what happens. So feel free to drop any questions into the chat. And I have got a chat combiner in Castlabs that I'm probably going to read the chat from, if I can find where it is. Let's see. Stop by unlocking your dashboard. There we go. Yeah, stream chat. There we go. Yeah, got it. Hello, Callum. How's it going? Where did I find this background? I bought this background from VBI, Visuals by Impulse, many years ago. I think about 4 years ago. I believe that Elgato purchased Visuals by Impulse. So I'm not sure this background itself is even for sale. But there's many stores online that will sell you a background. This is a video file. That's all it is. It's a video file on loop in the background. And then this is NVIDIA Broadcast's background remover. I have a green screen. I don't need the green screen. Look, this is pretty good, right? This is NVIDIA Broadcast. There's no green screen involved here. Hello, Jackatron. How's it going? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. I'm just configuring Castlabs. Let's see. Show badges. Join leave. Sure. User platform. Activities. Alternating message. Cool. That looks better now. You guys can't see this, but yeah. Get rid of the join section. There's too many. I create some videos for my stream, but this is cool. Yeah, again, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple if you're talking about the background. It really is. Where did I get the idea from? I think really, like, when I started as a content creator, my background is still pretty bland, by the way. I just had a bland background. So I wanted to use a green screen effect just to get a cool background. So this has been my background for like 4 years. We're floating in triangle space. Yeah, we've already got a Kick robot. You know, if I open the Kick dashboard, seems like Kick hasn't solved the robot problem. That was a problem. That's long been a problem on Kick. Put it that way. Put it that way. Eternal Kick problem. I mean, it's a problem on all platforms. It seems to be more of a problem on Kick. See, ban. There you go. Cool. Get rid of them. Yeah, it's funny, Jackatron. Like, I was doing a few test streams on the live tutorials TikTok page the other week, but yeah, mainly I've still been posting videos, but mainly I've been. It's ironic, right? I've been posting videos about live streaming. That's kind of the irony there. So yeah, I'm not sure it's showing me all the messages, by the way, as well. I can see that 80s flow. Oh, it's called. They're coming through now. Oh no, it is. Wait, no, I think it's just showing me some of the messages now. Again, the stream key question is always a common one. You get them from free to join agencies, right? I know agency is a dirty word, but you get them from free to join agencies. Let's see if I can put and find the link overlay that I have that I used to use on my live streams graphics. Hello, Fire. How's it going? Hello, Cody. How you doing, Cody? Let's see. Live streams. Stream key newsletter. This one? Yeah, paste this one. Copy, paste. Yeah. We'll lock them. So it's this link in the corner now. Fortnite Customs one. Fortnite Customs, we'll do them in the year 2020. How about that? Maybe 2021 as well. Anyone down? 2020, 2021. I think that's when we'll do them. So come back then. Oh wait, that was in the past. Oh well, never mind. That 80s vlog is still here. What aspects of Tickfinity have you been using? That's a while back to yeah. I'm getting old. We're all getting old, aren't we? How old are you now, Fire? I don't know. Yeah, Callum's saying, "Are you famous nowadays? I'm the kid that used to play for." Yeah, I call it. I remember most of the names. I'm not famous, no. 17. Yeah, you still, you know. Clock is ticking. Nearly an adult. Let's see. Is that link correct? My Discord stuff correct? Yeah, I think the Discord links are still broadly correct. I'm not live on some of the platforms that the Discord notification says I'm live on. Yeah, there's so many features. There's so many features on Tickfinity, and my brain disappeared. Yeah, where's the time going, Jacktron? Where is the time going? No idea, mate. Let's try this as well. We're going to add a browser source. Caster Labs. We need to edit the browser source, which should be here. No? How the heck do I edit? Still getting used to. There it is. Okay, got it. Yeah. Boom. Enter. There we go. That is tiny. Is that readable? Don't know. Put it over there. Does that need to be bigger? Hello, CA. How's it going? I wonder when the last time I did the customs was. You know, the great thing is we can actually find out because the great thing is YouTube doesn't delete VODs. So it's a good thing I decided to stream on YouTube because like Twitch deleted VODs and stuff. So if you look on my WMojo YouTube channel, you can see all of the past streams. It seems like I did a few gaming streams like a year ago. What's the date on this one? Like a 2-hour stream. 3rd of November 2023. Yeah. It's kind of cool though. We've got a whole like history of the live streams just saved on YouTube for eternity. Shout out to YouTube. Do you advise people to stream from multiple platforms? It's always an interesting question when about streaming from multiple platforms. There's kind of pros and cons. Like generally, I would say yes. But I would say limit it. If you're an entertainer, if you're doing like gaming and stuff, I'm doing like just educational stuff, right? I would say it's different if you're entertaining versus educational. If you're educational, I'd say just spread the message everywhere. Just that's what I'm doing. But if you're entertaining, you're kind of more focused on building a loyal community. So I would stick to 2 or 3 platforms max, probably 2 to start with. I would choose TikTok Live and then pick one of Twitch, Kick, or YouTube. If I'm feeling adventurous, I'll be on TikTok Live and YouTube Shorts. But again, there's no fixed answer. There's pros and cons to every platform. How to make sure you're following all the guidelines. I would say the blunt truth is that as a small and even medium-sized streamer, like even if you got thousands of followers, the platforms do not have the ability to enforce any multi-streaming rules that do exist. But that said, there's not that many multi-streaming rules these days. Like Twitch allows multi-streaming. I'm not sure does TikTok explicitly disallow? I don't think TikTok even explicitly disallows it. They just might restrict your stream a little if you keep talking about Twitch or Kick or YouTube. I wonder if they can even limit your stream for using the word Kick, because Kick is a very generic word. I mean, Twitch is a word is a word as well, but like, I don't know. I would say, yeah, so I would say generally just multi-stream on 2 platforms and don't concern yourself too much about the rules, because they're not going to enforce them anyway. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think I generally agree with that 80s flow, but is that written down? Is that written down anywhere, like in the TikTok rules? I'm not sure it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Guys, is this text readable? Or is it too small? It's up here. If you're on vertical, it's up here. Let's ask Grok. Yeah, I'm not showing the screen, but let's ask Grok. Does TikTok's rules explicitly state that multi-streaming brackets simulcasting is banned? I don't think they do. I could be wrong. See, Grok is browsing the web. They do? Okay. Can you point me to the specific part of the rules, Matthias, where it's stated? Too small? Okay. Let's see. Width 700. Let's tweak the this is Caster Labs for anyone interesting. Text style, font size. How's that size? Too big, too small? Grok thinks no, but of course Grok can be wrong. We don't fully rely on AI, obviously. TikTok doesn't want you to promote other apps. Yes, yeah, that's generally the case with TikTok. I think TikTok's rules are generally like over restrictive. And guess which restrictive country TikTok is from? It could be a coincidence, but it's definitely the most restrictive app. I don't think it is a coincidence the country it originates from, and the fact is now the most restrictive app, just in terms of them like not wanting you to multi-stream. Like YouTube and Twitch and Kick are now fine with multi-streaming. I don't think it's a coincidence. I'm directly referring to the fact that TikTok has Chinese ownership or part Chinese ownership. So Grok says TikTok's general rules do not explicitly ban multi-streaming or simulcasting. It is explicitly prohibited if you're doing TikTok Shop live sales streams. So again, you guys are welcome to correct me. I don't pretend to know everything. But Grok reckons it's read it's accessed the page. I don't know if it's read it properly, but it's accessed the page with the TikTok community guidelines and the terms of service and not found anything. says, so TikTok community guidance says no mention of multi-streaming, simulcasting, or simultaneous broadcasting. Focuses on spam, authenticity, and harmful content instead. What they clearly do is, without telling you in the background, they check it. Yeah, I mean, there's like ways to get around it. You can say like, join me on the purple platform, or stuff like that. TikTok's vibe is all about exclusivity for engagement. They want your full focus to boost the algorithm. But they haven't codified a general ban like Twitch did back in the day. Twitch flipped it in 2023. I mean, Grok is broadly saying the same thing I do. But Matthias was disagreeing. But no, but everyone that chose the TT stream and other live platforms like Biggle gets a warning later. Yeah, yeah. So that's my point, Matthias. They should be more transparent and write it directly into the rules if they don't actually want you live streaming. They leave you guessing. They do the same with Live Studio. So it's clear that there's a small to even medium-sized algorithm boost for using Live Studio over a StreamKey or Streamlabs or Restream or one of the many other options, right? It's clear there's a small boost from using Live Studio, again, already a medium boost, but they don't explicitly tell you. That's always been the problem with TikTok. They're not very transparent. They definitely crack down on the replay of VODs and live streams and videos. They seem to be pretty good at identifying that these days. You can't play live. You can't just play loop videos. You need to actually be present and live. Is this readable now? This text here? We're just kind of playing around with it. I think with Caster Labs you can add a background. Yes, they should publish the rules. Yeah, I agree. They should be more transparent. You know, I think still to this day, if you look on the TikTok Live FAQs and the TikTok website, there's no reference to the fact StreamKeys even exist still. But it's almost exactly 5 years since they added them. By the way, I was one of the first people to get a StreamKey. Hello, Food Talk. Is that Kaz? Kaz, yeah, it is Kaz. Cool. Hi, Kaz. I use OBS Virtual Campus Studios, and they warned me about inactivity. Interesting. So it's readable, yeah. On Twitch, so many streamers will replay their VODs while they sleep. Yeah. Yeah, TikTok doesn't like that. How are you doing, Kaz? I hope you're well. So Kaz is from the FTTV agency. Kaz is one of the people who helped back in the day. It was a while ago now. It was 2023. He helped explain to me like just generally how agencies work. It's very helpful. And nowadays what I do with FTTV is every month we do like a Q&A where we just answer any people's questions about technical setup, streaming, content creation. This link here at the top is the StreamKey link has my list of agencies, which includes FTTV. I guess they train an AI about how to do the best streaming, and some days will initiate their own streamer. Wait, someone else was asking me about AI, so I think I missed the question. Was that you, Matthias, as well? Let me scroll back and look for the AI question. You guys use AI? What are you guys using AI for? I think I use AI is awesome, but like I use it all the time, and literally we just use it to ask if simulcasting is directly mentioned in TikTok's rules, and it's just not. I wish Tickfinity could incorporate AI bots for viewers to chat with. 80s Flow, you still there? It's an interesting idea. And the problem Tickfinity has with chatbots is it's rate limited to like not many messages before TikTok stops it. Tickfinity is still like an unofficial API, so it doesn't have the support, the direct support of TikTok. It has the indirect support of TikTok because TikTok would have shut it down years ago. If they didn't want Tickfinity to exist, they would have just stopped it. But obviously, Tickfinity directly benefits TikTok by encouraging engagement, which earns the streamer and TikTok more gifts and more super fans, aka subscribers. What do you guys think of super fans? Seems silly, right? But you guys let me know what you guys think. The like $10 is the lowest subscription tier. How much money does TikTok think people have? Yeah, there is. I need to remake my TickStream, aka Tickfinity app tutorial. I'll put that on my list because yes, there is a TickStream tutorial for the Tickfinity, which is now called the Tickfinity, which has been renamed to the Tickfinity mobile app. But I think they've massively changed the design. So I'll need to look into that. So I did make a guide for the Tickfinity mobile app, but I think it might be massively out of date now. No idea what that is. Yeah. So super fans. So basically, obviously Kick and Twitch have subscriptions, and TikTok did have subscriptions as well. You subscribe, you pay money to support your favorite streamer, right? And you get emotes in chat and stuff like that, right? Same as Twitch and Kick. But for some reason, they've now made subscriptions video only, so there's no benefits in live streams. And then renamed the live-based one to Superfans and increased the cost to $10. It doesn't make sense, but as I tell people, like the goal. Let's say you had a $5 subscription tier. Your goal is to convert more than half of them to Superfans. There's no way you're going to convert everyone who was a subscriber into a superfan because it just costs double or triple sometimes. I don't know. I don't even know who that is, Brandon. And nobody said that. I don't know who that is. It's outdated, yeah. So yeah, I'll put it on my list. Is it on my list? Let's see. I have a Notion page with like videos to add. Let's see. I'll put it on the list. I can't guarantee it anytime soon, but maybe in 2025. Tickfinity mobile app. I'll call it 2026. Damn, we're getting old. It's nearly 2026. What's going on? Trap Law Ross. Let's Google his name. Well, it's the glasses, right? I mean, I can somewhat see the resemblance. It doesn't look that similar, but I feel like it's the glasses. Is it the nose as well? Yeah, the nose is not too dissimilar, I guess. Will Tickfinity incorporate AI soon? Well, again, I don't work for Tickfinity, but I almost guarantee you yes, right? I can only say so much about Tickfinity, but I've heard some stuff behind the scenes, put it that way. Tickfinity's changing, put it that way. How could we play a pre-recorded live stream on TikTok? Pre-recorded video on live stream with separate portrait of video and audio lands. Yeah, well, A, TikTok often doesn't like that. We just discussed that. But B, that is the dual layout that is available on Live Studio to certain people. I don't have dual layout myself. You could probably unlock it through an agency. Maybe Kaz knows this. I don't know. So dual layout on Live Studio gives you both a landscape and a vertical canvas. So your viewers on TikTok can have a choice. They can rotate their phone to watch in landscape, or they can keep their phone in vertical. But yeah, I could be wrong. It seems to me the only way to unlock that is through a free-to-join agency. Again, this stream key link, the stream key link above me, is a list of verified and vetted agencies. So just going back, yes, silly, and it will end up something like MySpace. I don't think TikTok's gonna end up like MySpace. It's too big for that, right? They do take too much from creators with the gifts and on. Yeah. Like I say, with the scaled live reward system on TikTok now, there is a worst case scenario where you get 0% of your gift income. Obviously, it's not usually going to happen, but like theoretically, there is a scenario where you get 0% of your income. If you go live for less than 5 minutes and just do one stream in that week, and someone gifts you something, and then you get a false restriction, according to the scaled live rewards rules, theoretically that could lower your percentage to 0%, your gift income percentage. Like that's a theoretical worst case scenario. And like even for most streamers, they'll probably be on like 48% cut, with TikTok taking 52%, which is previously worse than the previous 50-50. Because you need to get in like the higher leagues to get the 53% of scaled live rewards. And what else you need? Is it like 100 fans? Something like that. There's all sorts of terminology. What are your thoughts on the Sora? Dude, the Sora app's crazy. I've not used it myself, but I've seen the clips. I've seen all sorts of funny clips on Twitter. Like clips of Sam Altman stealing GPUs and all sorts of funny stuff. There's another Harry. Hello. Stay hydrated. Yes. I used to say stay hydrated all the time on my gaming streams. I still have water. It was someone on my gaming stream. I don't really use Rogue Energy, but it was someone on my gaming streams in like 2020 who told me to try Rogue Energy. I've still got 2 shakers from Rogue Energy. It's literally just got water in it. How long has Twitter been called X now for? What did I call it there, Jack? I feel like I call it a mix of both. I don't even remember what I called it. When did Elon sell Twitter? Buy Twitter? Was it 2023? I think it was 2022. I distinctly remember the Fortnite with the Rock Boss. What is the Rock Boss? I don't remember that. What do you use Sora for, Brandon? Do you use it for content or just for fun? Again, it's limited to like 10 seconds currently, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy how realistic the generations it makes can be, though, right? What else do you guys use AI for? The Old Boss, Chapter 3, Season 1. Dude, there's been so many chapters of Fortnite. Let's see. Chapter 3, Season 1, Fortnite, Boss. Images. Not really seeing anything here. Too many Fortnite seasons, put it that way. Way too many Fortnite seasons. Not really too many. Fortnite's just been successful for so long. It's not really a complaint. It's just that there's been a lot of them. They all blend into one. I know some people who lost ended up with almost 0. Yeah, we talk about skilled live rewards. Yeah, again, the TikTok does try and innovate. I think some of the innovations don't work. They're certainly the most innovative of the live streaming platforms, right? Like, credit where it's due. The gifting system, in my opinion, is objectively the best donation system of all of the live streaming platforms. It's just badly implemented because the creators sometimes end up with a really low cut. Like it's easily in the industry low cut of any of them. Even if we forget about App Store fees, because sometimes with App Store fees you end up with less than 35% of what the viewers paid. Even if we forget about it, it's TikTok's 50-50 or 52-48, or is it 53-47 if you're on the top of the Skilled Live Rewards tier? Anyway, it's the industry low. Twitch will vary between 50-50 and 70-30, depending on Partner Plus or whatever it's called these days. YouTube is 70-30 with super chats. Obviously, we know Kick is 95-5. The 5, by the way, is literally just Stripe fees. That's why Kick is not 100%, because they need to pay Stripe. Stripe, because Stripe charges fees to process the payment. What do you think Fortnite's done to be popular for so long? Well, I was looking at a clip from Twitter yesterday. I guess I'll say Twitter. I was looking at a clip from X yesterday, where it was Ninja saying he thinks most successful games these days need a battle royale to be successful long term. I'm not sure that is entirely true, because Ninja is like Fortnite pilled, should we put it that way, which is not a bad thing. He's been very successful with Fortnite. Fortnite's done so many things correctly, haven't they? Like the skins, the massive variety of skins, just the way the game plays, the way the game looks, the way they've made it so like pro players and casual players can enjoy it. And I think within the last 4 years, all the different like creative maps you can make, you can basically build anything in Fortnite now, can't you? Effectively, they've added so many of their own game modes. Like you could play like Valorant. What's like the Valorant type CS type game mode inside Fortnite called? I can't even remember. But like, there's so many game modes inside Fortnite. There's basically something for everyone, right? And they've just slowly built up this ecosystem. It's the closest to the metaverse that you can get right now, isn't it? That's what people talk about when people talk about the metaverse. I mean, that's it. I've not played Fortnite for like years now, but I don't hate Fortnite. I've just got no urge to play it. I've maybe been playing Valorant. I use AI for homework. Fair enough. I would say with that, right, obviously you still need to be, the knowledge still needs to go in your brain, or else there's no point doing it. But it can. There's like learning modes on ChatGPT, isn't there? Where it can like prompt you towards the right answer instead of giving you the right answer. That's one of the problems with AI, right? People might become too reliant on it. Like the number of times I just ask a Grok questions on Twitter, X. I've been using it to make funny, wild videos and grow other social media pages that I created that aren't on the Sora app. But I do want to use it for marketing purposes for my business and other businesses. Cool. I help AI for automation, social media, and business processes. Cool. Wait, that's two different comments. AI for automation, social media, and business processes. Yeah. So AI writes my blogs on my website now, on talktutorials.com. This website that's linked up here. What I do with that is when I record a video, like was it 2 days ago, I released the Streamlabs video. I just edit the video inside Veed. I don't use a fancy video editor. I don't really need a fancy video editor. So I edit the video inside Veed, and Veed gives me the transcript of the video. And so basically I just dump the transcript of the video into ChatGPT and say, make a how-to tutorial blog. And I give it the relevant links as well. And then ChatGPT just generates me a blog, which I post on my website with the video linked at the top as well. Like previously, if I go back 2 years, I had to literally manually write out that blog. I don't need to do that anymore. And then, yeah, the blog is literally based on what I've said as well, because it's used the full video transcript to write. So it's pretty good. It's pretty accurate. You guys can check it yourself by going on my website and looking at just looking at all the blogs for like the last year. No matter how much people hate on Fortnite, Epic is very sorry. Yeah, I mean, anyone hating on Fortnite is just not a logical human being, right? They're just speaking through too much emotion. Fortnite's objectively like a top 5 game, especially in terms of its popularity. Yeah, the website's mainly there as like SEO, just to drive people to the videos and to drive people to the stream key. The main way this website generates me money is the stream key link here, from referring people to agencies. But if you're on the website, click on resources and guides, and that's where the AI generated blog posts are. So yeah, like I'm looking at it. Again, the most recent guide on that blog, and most of the recent ones, were literally written by ChatGPT with me basically adding nothing extra to it. Literally all I did was format it slightly, because ChatGPT slightly doesn't format it properly for my website. All right, let's see if I missed any messages. Again, as per usual, guys, I'll try and do more of these streams. I don't like to promise streams together, but we'll try and do more of these streams. We're just always here to answer questions about streaming content, anything you guys want to talk about. That's basically the point of these streams. Partly this stream was just to test Meld Studio, which is working pretty well. Let's have a look. Have a look here. Can I drag this down? Why can't I drag this down? That needs to be resizable. Again, I know you guys can't see it. Has anyone tried Meld Studio for so basically an OBS alternative? It's pretty clean. It works well. You don't need to install a ton of plugins. So I'm using Meld Studio's multi-streaming canvas, multi-canvas. What's it called inside Meld? Yeah, multi-canvas. All these different pieces of software use slightly different words. So Streamlabs calls it dual output. Live Studio calls it dual layout. OBS, you just need a plugin, so I would call it Atom Vertical. And Meld is calling it multi-canvas. See, encoder view. There's this really trippy encoder view inside Meld, which shows everything happening with the encoders. Kind of trippy. It looks cool though. Close. Alright, what's happened in the streaming world recently? Do you have anything to talk about? I'm purely in terms of updates. I'm not interested in drama like people shocking or not shocking their dogs. I think the biggest thing I can think of is YouTube is going to, they've clearly not done it yet, for a lot of people, not for me anyway. YouTube's going to combine your chats for vertical and landscape into one. They've not done it for me, but what has done it for me is Castlelabs. Castlelabs has done this, right? So who was typing? Brandon here. I don't know if his message is still there. Brandon was typing from Brandon was typing from the vertical stream. By the way, this is not updated. Interesting. What's going on? Yo, take care, Matthias. Thanks for joining. I've just realized that this chat thing is just basically stopped, but but it's using Castlelabs, and Castlelabs didn't stop. Interesting. Try it again. Refresh. Let's see. Oh wait, it wasn't showing all the messages. I see now. Alright, I get it now. It was just showing Twitch. I didn't configure it properly. It's my bad. Wonder where all the messages are gone. That's better. And then let's see. Show platform icon. There we go. Yeah, that's better now. Match platforms theme. Static color. Let's match the platforms theme. This is Castlelabs. Castlelabs is one of the few multi-stream platforms, few pieces of software that actually includes TikTok. Shout out Castle Labs. Castle Labs are great. They sometimes come in my... they've been in the chat a few times, and if you want to talk to them, they react very fast. I think it's just one guy. They react very fast on Twitter/X. If you ever want to talk to them. All right. Well, we really just went live for a test, really, just to test Meld. So I think it worked pretty well. So it's nice to chat with some people who we've not chatted with for a while. I think we will end the stream there. So as per usual, some quick shout outs. If you guys want to chat with me, you can always find me inside my Discord server. My Discord server, just check the bio on all the different platforms. There should be a link tree. There should be a link tree to talk with me, guys, in the Discord. So if you want to catch up with me after the stream, I'll see you guys in Discord. Again, not going to promise any streaming schedule, but I'll maybe try and go live more often. Take care, guys.